Welcome to Unified Mindfulness, and thank you for joining us as we explore mindfulness and how it can be helpful in your life. Today, we're going to talk about stress, what it is, how it affects your health, and share some simple ways for you to use mindfulness to help when you're feeling stressed.
So, what is stress? Stress is when you feel worried or uncomfortable about something. It's our body's natural response to when we're being challenged or feeling pressured or when there's just too much being asked of us. And so, this might feel like being sick to your stomach, stressing about an upcoming test, or worrying about something so much that it keeps you up at night and you lose sleep, or eating on the run because your schedule is just too busy and you didn't leave any space to transition in between activities. Stress can be really exhausting. It can bring up a lot of difficult emotions and it can cause a lot of unnecessary worry in our lives. But not all stress is bad. Some stress really helps us perform better and it can push us to step outside of our comfort zone. It can also challenge us to push through scared or worried feelings or when we're really stuck in a space of fear. And so, an example of this might be that you have an upcoming essay that you're really stressing about completing. And that good stress could really push you to spend more time on it so that you get a better grade and feel better about it. Or maybe you have an upcoming sports game that you're really stressed and nervous about. That good stress can motivate you to show up and play your hardest in that game. So, not all stress is bad. But stress becomes a problem when it's constantly happening in our lives and when we don't take the time to find healthy ways to cope with it. And if we choose to ignore it, stress can make us feel really badly. It can make us really tired and feel overwhelmed all the time. It can put us in a negative mood, and it can show up as physical illness in our bodies. And stress is an entirely normal thing when we're feeling challenged or when too much is being asked of us. It doesn't mean that you did anything wrong at all. Facing challenges is just a part of life, and it's how we learn and grow. And the best part is that there's a lot of really simple tools that you can use in your life to feel less stressed when it comes up in your life.
So, how do you identify stress? Well, it's important to know how stress shows up in your life. And one of the best tools is to learn how to check in with your unique body. Become aware of feelings and sensations that you experience when you're in a state of stress. So let's go over some examples. Maybe you experience low energy or that your thoughts are really racing, or you have really bad headaches. Or maybe when you're stressed, you clench your jaw and you feel a tightness in your neck, or that you experience tense muscles in your body and in your back. Maybe you have a rash or itching that comes up when you're stressed, or maybe an upset stomach. Maybe you experience trouble sleeping. You can also experience stress through constant worry or frustration or sadness. So let's see if we can't help you identify one of these feelings. So I want you to take a moment right now, in this moment, and think of something really stressful, something stressful from your life. You have it? Okay, go ahead and take a moment and check in with your body. What does your body feel like? Can you identify any place in your body where you can feel this stress? If not, that's okay. If yes, great. There's one sign for you. Just remember that we want you to take note and remember that you can listen to your body and learn when it can use your love and attention.
So let's talk about what causes stress for you. Like Jess said, everybody is unique. So stress is going to show up differently in your life than it might show up in someone else's life. For some, an upcoming math test might be the most stressful thing. For others, it might be no big deal at all. And the same is true at different ages and stages throughout our lives. So, what bothers us at 3 years old won't be the same as what's stressful for us when we're 12 or 25 or even 60. How we choose to react to these challenging situations is what will help us better know how to deal with it when it comes up. A lot of stress that we have, it's in our heads. It comes from our worrying brains or our monkey mind, like we talked about in last week's video. And it's when we're thinking about all the bad things that could happen and coming up with the worst possible scenarios. So, for example, you might be stressing about an upcoming final, and your worrying brain is saying, I'm going to fail the final. My parents are going to be so mad at me. I'll never get into a good college or find a good paying job, and I'll just have to live with my parents forever. So you're already creating this story in your worrying brain about the worst possible thing that could come from not doing well on that test. When we practice mindfulness, we learn that a lot of the chatter or our monkey brain is just that. It's chatter, it's worry, it's not reality, it's stress, and it's anxious thoughts and feelings that we're having. The awesome thing about mindfulness is that it really helps us be aware when we're worrying or when we're stuck in our monkey mind so that we can acknowledge it without letting it take over our mood or our day.
So let's talk about some ways that you can use mindfulness when you're feeling the stress come on. Because remember, mindfulness is all about being aware of what's happening. So let's learn how to bring awareness to our stress and simple ways to let stress go. Number one, breathing. So take 5 deep breaths, trying to exhale a little longer than you inhale. And this will slow your heart rate and calm your nervous system and mind. 2, take a break. Step away from the stressful situation and give your mind a break, and then come back to it once you're in a more relaxed state and can think clearly. 3, get it out. Talk to someone or write it down. Don't hold it in or let it stay in your mind and fester. Express it. Find a friend or a teacher or a parent, somebody that you can talk to and share what you're going through. Or just write it down. Find a journal or a diary and write down your thoughts about what it is that's stressing you out in your life. 4, stress ball. So using a stress ball or just squeezing an object like a pillow or a stuffed animal, or even just using your fists if you don't have one of the following, can help you feel more relaxed and calm. So I'm going to use my Panic Pete as an example to show you how you can use a stress ball. So you're going to take your ball or just your fist and you're going to squeeze for 3 seconds. Squeeze as hard as you can. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to slowly release. And then you're going to repeat this 5 to 10 times or up to a minute, squeezing as hard as you can and then releasing slowly. Number 5, move. You can take a walk outside, you can stretch or do some yoga, or you can put on your favorite music and dance around your bedroom or your kitchen. We suggest you move for at least 5 minutes to really get your energy going, but feel free to move as long as it feels good for you.
So now that you've learned about 5 simple activities that you can use next time you're feeling stressed out, we want to challenge you to just try out one activity the next time that you are feeling stressed or worried or are stuck in your monkey mind. Try one of the activities and just notice how that works for you. Does it make you feel more calm? Does it make you feel more relaxed? Does it quiet your monkey mind and some of that chatter you're having? And just take a mental note, or maybe you want to reflect in your journal about how that activity shifted your stress. And if you're feeling adventurous, I encourage you to try out a couple of the activities and just see which one feels best for you. Like we said, stress is different for everyone, so the things that we use to cope are going to also be different for each other. So have fun exploring. We're really excited to see what you notice when you try out these activities.
Okay, everyone, let's recap. So, we talked about what stress is, which is our body's natural response to being challenged or feeling pressured. We talked about how to identify stressors in our life. We talked about how to notice when you're stressed by identifying sensations in your body. We talked about simple ways to de stress by taking deep breaths, taking a break, talking to a friend, using a stress ball, moving your body. And the challenge for this week is to try out one of these mindful activities the next time you're feeling stressed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.